Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, Chapter 12, Christmas. On Christmas Eve, Harry went to bed looking forward to the next day for the food and the fun, but not expecting any presents at all. When he woke early in the morning, however, the first thing he saw was a small pile of packages at the foot of his bed. "Merry Christmas!" said Ron sleepily as Harry scrambled out of bed and pulled on his bathrobe. "You too," said Harry. "Will you look at this? I've got some presents." "What did you expect it?" said Ron, turning to his own pile of which was a lot bigger than Harry's. Harry picked up the top parcel. It was wrapped in thick round paper and scrawled across it was "To Harry from Hagrid." Inside was a roughly cup of food. Hagrid had obviously whittled it himself. Harry flew. It sounded a bit like an owl. A second was a parcel containing notes. "We received your message and enclosed your Christmas presents from Uncle Vernon and Aunt Petunia." Taped to the note was a 50-pence coin. "That's friendly," said Harry. Ron was fascinated by the 50-pence. "Weird," he said. "What a shape! Is this money?" "You can keep it," said Harry, laughing at how pleased Ron was. "Hagrid and my aunt and uncle." "So, who sent these?" "I think I know who that one's from," said Ron, turning big pink and pointing to a very large parcel. "My mom. I told you that you didn't expect any present, and oh no, she's made you a Weasley sweater." Harry unwrapped the parcel and found a thick and knitted sweater made of green, a large box of homemade fudge. "Every year she makes us a sweater," said Ron, unwrapping his own, "and mine's always maroon." "That's really nice," said Harry, trying to fudge. It was very tasty. His next present also contained candy, a large box of chocolate frog from Hermione. This only left one parcel. Harry picked it up and felt it. It was very light, and unwrapped it. Something fluid and silvery gray went slithering onto the floor, where it lay in falls. Ron gasped. "I've heard of those," he said in a harsh voice, wrapping the box of every flavor beans he got in from Hermione. "If that's what I think it is, they're really rare and really valuable." "What is it?" Harry picked the shiny silvery cloak off the floor. It was strange to the touch, like water woven into material. It's an invisibility cloak," said Ron, look of war in his face. "I'm sure it is. Try it on." Harry threw the cloak around his shoulders and ran to the yell. "It is! Look down!" Harry looked down at his feet, but they were gone. He dashed to the mirror. Sure enough, his reflection was back. Just his head was suspended in the air, his body completely invisible. He pulled the cloak over his head, and his reflection vanished rapidly. "There's a note," said Ron suddenly. "A note fell out of it." Harry pulled off the cloak and seized the letter. Narrow writing he'd never seen before, with the following words: "Your father left this in my possession before he died. It is time it was returned to you. Use it well. A very Merry Christmas."